Hello folks, and welcome to episode 4 of The COVID Photographer, where I'll be photographing my new plant with my macro lens and a couple on the X100V. Catch you in a bit. Hey folks, so just a short one today, because I've had quite a fatiguey time. We'll tell you more about that later. So I'm making progress though, but it's painfully slow. But what I've been doing is I messed around with the X-S10 with the 40mm TTArtisans lens on, and I'm trying to get some of the textures, as you can see from the pictures I'm bringing up here on the new plant I've got. I'll bring the name up of the plant on the screen, so you can see what plant it is. It's a kind of a decorative pepper. My dad picked it for me. It's a beautiful plant. And I've been trying to get close-ups of the birds and the actual fruit on it. And really this is just more of a thing to pass the time, to try the lens out. I also took some shots with the X100V, and we're using again straight out of camera, so I'm trying my hardest to minimise what I have to do, because obviously when you've got fatigue you can't do a lot. So I may not even process these in Lightroom. These are probably going to be straight out of the camera, using the sure I used Provia film simulation this time. We put an extra bit of film grain in. We're using again the Fuji in-camera simulation. So this is one of the beauties of the Fuji cameras, and if you have a Fuji camera, I really encourage you to look at the film simulations and the film grain you can add. It really gives you a film-like quality to what you're doing. So I've shot most of these at on the TTArtisans lens at f4, f5.6, because really when you're that close, you don't need to be wide open, and you get a little bit more sharpness in there, as you can see, and we are getting some of the texture of the fruit showing up quite nicely there. Again, this is a £100 budget lens, and again, if we're looking at the X100V, they're not quite so zoomed in, but it still is quite respectable, and I think it's a 2:1 reproduction ratio, so not quite 1:1 what you'd expect for macro. But again, the shooting at f2, again the X100V has kind of a little filmic look of its own. So this is just me having a mess around with these two lenses to see what I can do, see if I can capture the textures and the essence of what the plant is. And the reason why this is such a short episode is because I've had quite a difficult week. I'm quite breathless now actually doing this, and the main issue I've had is fatigue. Yesterday I was really fatigued, and I've got to really keep things that I do, like activities like this that burn energy, quite short. So although I'm making progress, and I'm hoping to start stairs next week, I may still be going over to my parents at the weekend. If I am, fingers crossed we can get out in the garden to do some interesting things there. But also I am in the next episode wanting to talk about the best focal length for you to get started if you're getting started in photography and you're moving from a mobile phone. We're going to chat about that, and we're going to chat about my favourite focal length on either a crop body, which is what I started on, and I'll tell you what, obviously this is a full frame camera we're filming on, so I'll tell you the difference between how you can go between full frame, because they do vary because of the size of the sensor inside the actual camera. But we'll go into that in the next video in a little bit of detail. But hopefully I'm going to be able to get out in the garden once I'm at my parents' house at the weekend. They've got a very big garden. As long as I can wrap up warm and remember to bring my coat, we should be okay to get there. But as I say, the biggest struggle there's been a little bit of anxiety, but I'm trying mindfulness videos which do seem to help. But it's one of the hardest things I've had to deal with this, because the recovery time is incredibly slow, and sometimes on these videos I think I look better than I am, but I am gasping a little bit for breath here, so it is quite tough, and I always find when I've just eaten that also that just the digesting of food is very, very hard work. So it'll be a little while before I'll be doing POV videos, but we'll be able to do a sort of POV, I think, once I'm at my parents' house if we're lucky, just to give you an idea of all the wonderful plants. My dad is a very keen gardener and has a lovely garden, So, you know, we might be able to venture out to there in a week or so. So I'm trying to keep these weekly if I can, but, you know, sometimes my body just doesn't allow that. So again, I hope you enjoyed these pictures. It's proving very interesting for me and challenging for me to adapt to this new situation. I can't always get a tripod out, so as per usual, these shots are handheld. I'm using a mini tripod here, and I've moved to a location where I can actually see out the window, which is nice, and we might be able to capture some of autumn when we do filming next time. I will be doing little shorts on my mobile phone just to keep you posted of what's going on. But anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this little video, please do remember to subscribe. Please do comment below. I love reading the comments and chatting with you. And click the bell for notifications, and I will catch you all soon. See you all later, folks. Bye.